Hi, I'm Adair Hall, and this is my informative speech on how the Greek system has become a part of college life, the history, and the good and the bad. The date is June 25th, 2014, and here are my 6 people. Okay. I want to make sure I'm not cutting myself off. Okay. Mottos, pens, secret handshakes, harsh pledging, hazing, binge drinking. These are just a few of the different aspects that Greek life has to offer to college life. Based off the Latin words meaning brother and sister, that's exactly what fraternity and sororities are. They're brotherhoods, sisterhoods, lifelong friendships and bonds of people who strive to share the same values. Have you ever thought of what the purpose of these Greek organizations are? Or how organizations based off Greek letters became a part of college life here in the United States? Greek life has become a huge part of the college life here in the United States, and it's brought along some good and bad things with it. I'm going to walk you through the history, the good and the bad effects that it's had on college life and the students who choose to be involved. So how did Greek become part of college life here in America? Well, in 1776, John Heath, a student who studied Greek at William and Mary, who was rejected from 2 Latin Greek societies, decided to create his own Greek society. By doing that, he began a tradition of naming Greek societies after the initials of their Greek mottos. Phi Beta Kappa is now a National Academic Honor Society. Later, on November 25th, 1825, your modern social fraternities were founded by 5 Union College students. These students created this society in order to have educational debates and discussions after classes. 26 years later, in 1851, at Wesleyan College in Macon, Georgia, the first secret women's society was founded. All of these Greek organizations were found for many different reasons, but primarily to prepare their members for professional careers and to cover topics that weren't covered during class. Now, today, there are over 123 fraternities and sororities here in the United States and over 9 million Greek members nationally. Now that we know the history of the Greek life here in the United States, let's look at the good things it has to offer. Some believe that students involved in Greek life do not focus enough on academics and too much on social life. But while that can be true, it not always is. Many Greek organizations hold study halls weekly or even more than that. Others offer tutoring to members who need it, and some even require certain GPAs to attend their social gatherings. The U.S. government study shows that 70% of Greek students graduate, while only 50% of non-Greek students graduate. Fraternity and sorority GPA is also higher than overall college GPA. While academics is a huge part of Greek life, so is leadership and networking. Being a part of a Greek organization offers its members to partake in leadership positions. All but 3 U.S. presidents were a part of a Greek affiliation. Being a part of a Greek organization gives you the opportunity to become a leader not only in your own organization, but also on your campus or even nationally. Being a part of one gives their members the opportunity to learn how to become a successful leader, not only if they take the position, but by watching the people who do. Of the nation's 50 largest companies, 43 were headed by fraternity men. 85% of the Fortune 500 executives belong to a fraternity. Simon Brenner writes in his book titled Campus Traditions that fraternities also promise something for the long term, the professional contacts one needed after college. Thanks to how large the Greek life has become and how many people are involved, it gives the people who are involved after graduation connections to many important people in the professional world. Being a part of a Greek organization doesn't only benefit its members, but it also helps others in need. Greek organizations are the largest network of volunteers in the United States, having 10 million hours of volunteer service each year. Each Greek organization has a different philanthropy that they raise money for and have an event for every single year. Some even have been partnered with national nonprofit organizations that they continuously work for. $7 million are raised each year by all the Greeks combined. So yeah, Greek life has many great things to offer, but there are also some negative effects it has had on campuses across the nation. One of those being hazing. Hazing is when students are expected to engage in any activity that humiliates, abuses, or endangers them, and this has become a huge, huge issue. There's been at least one hazing-related death each year since 1970. 44 states now have anti-hazing laws due to the severity of this issue. Not only is hazing a problem, but also drinking is as well. Drinking is a problem on college campuses in general, but for some reason it poses a bigger threat to the Greek communities. According to the U.S. Department of Education's Higher Education Center, 75% of Greek men engage in heavy drinking compared to only 49% of non-Greek men. Likewise, 62% of Greek women engage in heavy drinking while only 41% of non-sorority women do. There's also been a problem with sex offenses. Research from the journal Sex Roles display that individual frat men are more likely to have objectifying images of women in their room. The men also have supportive attitudes about rape and believe that women want to engage in rough sex even if they act disinterested. Also, sadly, National Institute of Justice shows that nearly a quarter of sex assault victims are sorority women. So yes, Greek life has very bad things to offer as well. It has its good and its bad, but all of which I think that you can find other places on a college campus. Like any other college experience, Greek life is what each individual makes of it. Regardless of its interesting history and good and bad effects, Greek life has become a huge part of college life here in America. In the end, college can be the best 4 or 5 years of your life, and it depends on what you do make of it, no matter what you choose to be involved in or what organizations you choose to be a part of.
Woo!